So when it comes to these events, typically it's Batman the one who comes up with the plan to actually save the day. But if you guys been paying attention to this event, if it wasn't for bad luck, Batman will have no luck at all. But please let me know in the comments, how do you think this is going to end and who's going to be the one to turn the tide? Now, my name is Dorian, this is SCM Comics. We continue our coverage of Absolute Power with Batman number 151. So our story starts off with Batman visiting Catwoman in one of her safe houses. When I mean safe, this thing is safe. It has a big, huge vault door for the entrance. So Batman's explaining to her as she pours him some coffee that he needs her help to pull off a heist to steal this thing called a mother box. He also lets her know that she's pretty much keeping the mother box north of her Gomorrah prison base in Okinawa. So they come up with a plan to go undercover as a private military contractor called Century Globe. Batman will play the money-hungry CEO and Catwoman will be his assistant. But he does add, if things go wrong, it could be suicide. As we turn the page and we see Amanda Waller's new Suicide Squad, which really, the only thing you need is Bizarro, because he's standing there, and not only is he standing there, but he's standing there with like Brainiac tech on top of that. So, dude's a handful about it. So they go in and they meet the Journal of the Post. Bruce introduces himself. He kind of wants to get right down to business. He's like, yeah, she's my assistant, so she can stay because she's going to find out about this anyway. And General's like, no, that's not how that works. If we're going to talk about this, she needs to leave, which that's exactly what they wanted to happen anyway, so Catwoman could move freely. So Bruce is pretty much like, he wants to train his personnel, but he wants to train them off the grid somewhere that nobody can see, so that nobody knows exactly what they're doing. And he asks the Journal, does he have anywhere that's like that? And the Journal's like, yeah, of course I do. Just depends on how much you got. And Bruce does his best Rick Ross and Jay-Z impression, looks at the Journal and pretty much says, with me, you know I got it. And if you like me, as soon as I said that, you probably win. Yeah? So while that's going on, Catwoman has already knocked out the soldier that was escorting her and pretty much took his uniform. She's walking around and then she happens to see the Suicide Squad and she's like, that makes things a little bit more interesting. But she is still confident that she can pull off this heist before Bruce even comes out of his meeting. So General Bruce goes out to the site that they was talking about. Bruce is like, are there any other facilities out here? General's like, yeah, but there ain't no amount of money that's going to get you access to that. So as soon as he says that, Bruce is like, well, I guess we'll figure out something else. General turns around. Bruce already has his cowl on, and the face that the General will make is pretty much, oh shit. That's right. Oh shit. Batman's about to beat you up. So Catwoman sneaks a ride with the Suicide Squad. They go out to the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, one of them starts doing magic, and Catwoman's like, I thought Bruce said all magic users are pretty much done for, but why would one that works for the Suicide Squad be depowered? They wouldn't. So she's pretty much found out because a woman shoots a magical beam at her. Catwoman gets out the way, busts out a whip, hits the woman with it, but then she gets hit with a beam from, I believe that's Amanda Waller's son, if I'm not mistaken. Catwoman's like, which one are you again? Deadshot? Deathstroke? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty much making this video, and I don't know what the dude's name is. Anyway, he's about to shoot her in the head when Catwoman's boo thing comes out of nowhere to save her. He pretty much punches the dude in the face and then somehow, some way avoids a point blank range shot. Like, you know how fast you gotta be to avoid a bullet at point blank range? Like, I don't think Batman gets enough credit. He tells Catwoman to find the base. She runs and pushes the Clock King out the way, which is the Clock King, was he a creation from the Batman animated series, or was he already a character? I don't know. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. She hooks up something to the control panel, pretty much does her thing, and next thing you know, door opens up and she's inside. While Batman is beating up Amanda Waller's son, Clock King has been doing a countdown the whole time. Once he gets to 2, Batman looks up and says, damn it, and all of a sudden, Bizarro comes. And as he lands violently, he goes, Bizarro is happy to meet you. He's Bizarro. That means what he says is reversed. So that means he is not happy to meet him. And he tries to hit Batman with his freeze vision because Superman has heat vision, so he has freeze vision. Batman throws some bombs at him and that does nothing to him. And Bizarro grabs him with his Brainiac hand and goes, you need saving. In other words, he means you need killing. So as he's being choked out, Batman goes, Bizarro need kill me, so me can help Bizarro work. I want you guys in the comments to let me know what Batman just said. So he's about to hit Batman with some heat breath, and I'm like, oh, I would love to see what Bizarro's heat breath is. Like, is it like a dragon? Is it like lava? Like, I want to see it. So Batman goes, me put last place prize in vehicle for Bizarro to hide, which pretty much says that he put a first place prize in the vehicle for Bizarro to find. So that pretty much worked. Bizarro drops Batman, goes to the vehicle, starts tearing it up. Now Batman's like, all right, time to get the hell out of Dodge. He runs into the facility. He's looking for Catwoman. He even screams Selena, which I'm like, what the hell is he calling her by her name for? She's like, over here, Bruce. And then he walks in. Boom tube has pretty much been activated and has been on the whole time. So Catwoman's like, where the hell does this lead to? And Bruce is like, it could go anywhere. It could be anywhere in the universe. It could be somewhere in the middle of somebody's ocean, or it can be in the middle of a star somewhere. We don't know what the hell it is until we walk through it. And Batman's like, I don't know if we should walk through it. Selena's like, look, we came this far. We might as well just go ahead and go. He was like, are you sure? She puts on a breather and goes, I'm sure. So Batman puts on his breather, was like, okay, because the alternative is dealing with Bizarro. So they go through and they show up in like a museum, it almost looks like. But then when he looks, it's actually a mausoleum. Not only is it a mausoleum, but it looks like Amanda Waters' family mausoleum. And he's like, what the hell is going on here? So he walks out, he sees that there's a protective force field going around the mausoleum. He looks through the glass or the force field, and he can see like this wolf standing there, and he's looking up at the stars, and he's like, we're definitely not in our solar system anymore, just based on the star constellation. And all of a sudden, he gets shot in the chest. He's shot by some dude named Gunsmith, who's like an Amanda Water lackey, as he says to himself. And then all of a sudden there's an explosion. Catwoman goes flying out. He catches her, and the rest of the Suicide Squad has caught up to them. That means Bizarro is not happy because he didn't find his last place prize. So yeah, it looks pretty dire for Batman right now, but you know, he's Batman, he's gonna figure out something. All I know is, Chip Zdarsky, I want to see Bizarro's heat breath. Like, whatever you decide and however Batman gets out of this, make sure that I see the heat breath. That's all I'm asking. Heat breath. Next issue. Heat breath.